Sarah from RA Beauty. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my contour and highlight routine. Except on one side of my face I'm going to be doing a natural look, a more natural contour and highlight. And on the other side of my face I'm going to show you how to really glam up and sculpt out your cheekbones and give yourself some definition. So if you guys are ready for the video, then just keep on watching and we'll get started. So as you guys can see, I already put a light layer of foundation on my face. I went in with the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I used the color F4. I'm still trying out this foundation. I just put on a medium foundation. I put them on both sides because I really want to show you guys that you can really achieve a more natural look with the same foundation as you can glam it up. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just tapping some of that foundation into my skin. So on my more natural side, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I'm just going to go in and conceal underneath my eyes. And here, I just go down just about that much concealer. And I'll just put one on that side, a little bit on that side, a little bit here, and a little bit right there on my chin. And I'll just put that out. And on the natural side of my face, I'm going to go ahead and just right below my eye, I'm going to set my concealer. I'm going to take a dense brush and I'm just going to hit underneath my eye. There we go. That's all you want to do for the more natural side. I'm just going so that the concealer doesn't crease. I'm going to take a larger, fluffier brush and I'm going to go in with a pressed setting powder all over the rest of that side of my face. This is the Salma Hayek Nuance powder. I'm going to put everything I use in the description bar below. I'm not going to talk too much about these products. I'm just going to show you the technique that I do. So now that I have this side kind of like set and everything like that, I'll finish it up after I do this side because this side it's going to take a little bit more effort. Okay, so for the more glam side, I like to use more creams. Like if I really want to glam up a look, I'm going to add more concealer and more cream contours, and I'm just going to blend a little bit better. So for that, I'm going to be using the Mercier Contour and Highlight Palette. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small thin brush. This is a wannabe artiste brush that I bought out of a collection. And I'm going to go in with a deeper shade than I usually would. I'm going to go in with the number 2 contour. And I'm just going to hit this right there. That's it. And I'm only going to hit it right there. And right there. That's all I'm going to do for the deep dark contour. And I'm going to go in with the number 1 contour shade and a small thin brush like this. Contour. And then I'll show you how I blend that out and why I did that, I'll tell you. Then I take the lighter number 1 shade on this thicker but still thin brush, and I like to go from my ear, you can't really see that, let me show you. I like to go from where my ear starts, right here, and when I blend, I'm going to blend onto my ear, but I like to start from where my ear is. And to get that sharp look, you want to look straight ahead and you want to see where the shadow kind of hits your face right here, and it's right there where the shadow hits my face, and it comes down a little bit. So I really want to accentuate that and make it look like I have cheekbones, which I don't really have prominent cheekbones. There we go. And even for most people, I do not like dramatically contour and highlight my face. I just don't. I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade with this thinner brush and hit the side of my nose. And then I just do this little rounded out edge here, just like that. That's all I do for the contour, and I'm going to show you where I put my highlight. For that, my more glam days, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. And really go in and brighten up that under eye. Flick it down. Right there. And on the other side of my chin. I'm also gonna go down my nose like that. And right here. That's it. So for that, I'm gonna go back in with that dense brush that I did set my under eye with and just take the powder off. I didn't use too much powder, so don't worry. And I'm gonna go in and just really buff that color into my skin. I really want it to be super in my skin because I want this to still look natural. Boom. And then right here, I like to hold my hair up and then I take the same brush and I just go back and forth, and then I go up my ear and I just go back and forth, and then I don't ever go down. I want that line to be super sharp on the edge, and then I just pounce this in between those two places that I put the concealer. You see that? And that's blended enough right now, because when I go in with the concealer, it'll really blend it out. And I want right here not to have any contour because I want the highlight to come up and make my face look a little bit more lifted. It's not about how much contour and highlight you're doing, it's about where the placement is. And if you place it properly, you won't need to use that much. Boom. For my concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with a beauty sponge. Right when you get to your nose. I want the concealer to really sit on my nose a little bit longer. Because I don't want it to blend out to be a crazy, I don't want it to blend out to be a crazy mess. So then lightly, really focusing it just so that I'm blending it out very central. You vacuum with your dense brush and you just blend, blend, blend. Okay, so on the more glam side, now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I am going to bake. Now baking for me, I don't do often, but when I do, I really do love what it does and the impact that it does bring, and it really does help define your face. It is very heavy makeup. So I go in with the Koty Airspun and I take a damp sponge and just under under my eye, right there. I don't want to go too much down into the contour. I just want to get right under my eye. And then what I like to do, once I do that, the very first layer, it'll get very jumpy. So then I just take this brush and I just really pack it in there. And I try to get rid of any lines, because you don't want to set a line, because once you bake this out, it's not going anywhere. Once you're happy with the way that it looks, you really want to get an absurd amount of powder on your beauty sponge, and you want to bake your under eye. Okay? And you want to get all the way up to where you put the contour on your nose, so you can sharpen up that nose. You take the residual up onto your forehead. I don't put too much there. On my chin, on the side of my mouth. And then here's the cool trick. Take that dense brush again and you dip it into the Koty Airspun, and right underneath that contour, you can make a little line of this translucent powder. A little bit more. I learned from watching Jaclyn Hill that the reason why they call it baking is because whenever you lay that thick layer of powder down on top of your concealer, your body temperature, which is around 98.6, is going up against that powder and it's not able to breathe. So like it's locking in that heat and it's cooking the concealer into the powder and it becomes bulletproof. And after she told me that, I was like, natural side, I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just going to take that, and this is where my contour is. And I really make it as deep as I can with this powder right here. And then I blend it out. And you can go super glam with powders too. You just have to use a darker powder. And I have a good option. I'm gonna show you for the other side. But for this side, I do want to keep it just a little bit more day-to-day natural. I'll go ahead and apply my blush. I'll use the MIlani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso for my natural side. This is like literally what I do. Like a quick out the door makeup. I use the same brush for everything, and then when I get home I clean it. I'm like, oh, I should have used that for all those powders. Yeah. Just like that. Is I'm going to take a nice small dense brush like this one. I think this is actually meant for concealer, but I like to use it whenever I'm really trying to define my face. And I'm going to go in with the Pure Cosmetics contour powder. This is very cool toned, and what I like about this powder is that it looks so shadow-like that it's crazy. Like it really makes your contour look more like it's actually your contour. So then I just take this like I did my other, and I really just chisel out what I've already done. Harsh right now, but once I take this powder, this translucent powder down, and I kind of like powder the rest of my face, it'll all come together, and then I'll, you blend it out. Then you go back in with a little bit more of a dense brush, and you really start feathering the product. And that line is still pretty sharp. I'm being very detailed about where I'm placing the powder, because it can really muddy up the rest of your look. Alright, I'm gonna dust down the powder. I'm also going to take that powder and I'm gonna put it very, very precisely on my nose. And I'm gonna take my shader crease brush and I'm gonna take some of that powder onto my crease brush and I'm just going to hit my nose. I really want to brighten up that area, and it will look better once we like highlight it, like with actual highlighter. And this is one of my first times using this powder, so we'll see, but I don't want to use the Koty Airspun on my nose. I'm going to go into the Pure Blush Book, Pure Cosmetics, and I think I'm going to do a little bit more of a peachy tone. And then you want to accentuate that contour. So you want to stick it right there and then blend it into your contour. And these powders are so pigmented, it's ridiculous. So be aware. Spray my face, and I'm gonna go in with highlighter again, just on the more glam side, because I like to double highlight. So on both sides I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Master Chrome in the golden shade. What is this? Molten gold. Okay, and right here I'm trying to get where the light actually hits my face. So that's just right here. So like where the light actually hits your face is where you want to go. This highlighter is so good too, like the way it sits on your skin is just really beautiful. Just going right down the nose. Doesn't matter if I'm going glam or natural, I highlight in the same spots. Like with actual highlighter, I do highlights in the same spots. Sorry if I'm looking down at this mirror because like I'm trying to see myself what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just a quick, it's not gonna be a glam eye look on either side. It's gonna be the same eye look on both sides. This is all about the contour and highlight. So just a quick something in my eyes, I'll put on some mascara. And I'll spray my face and then I'm gonna go back in with highlighter and I'll show you my trick for this side to make it just really pop and look really good. Okay you guys, so that is my face pretty much finished, but on the more glam side, I'm going to highlight again on top of that setting spray that I already put down, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I lied to you. I did this eye just a little bit differently. I took a darker brown just on the outer corner and I really defined my crease. So I kind of contoured my eye to give my eye just a little bit more of a more lifted, more alive look versus this eye, which is super duper natural. This is my pretty much day-to-day look. And then this side, it's just a little bit more amped up. So for a highlight, for my second highlight on this side, I'm gonna go in with the Pure Cosmetics highlighter. This highlighter is just got this wet look that I am just here for. Let it dry a little bit. And I'm just gonna...
The highlighter just makes me feel a certain way. This highlighter highlighter just looks so wet and beautiful. Can you see that? Is it just me? Okay.
So I'm going to take a little bit more of a detailed brush, and I'll kind of just like, I only use this for my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to take that same highlighter, I'm going to go right down the bridge of my nose. I'm going right here. You see how that's like a beacon of light? And then I'm just going to skip a little space and then do it, and then do a small little dot.
Not on the tip of my nose. I'm not doing highlighter on the tip of my nose.
I do not like that, like Rudolph the red nose, well, the gold nose reindeer. And then right on one Cupid's bow. I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty sponge, and I'm gonna wet the butt of my beauty sponge, and I'm gonna go over that highlight very gently, and I'm gonna push that highlighter into the rest of the powders, into the rest of the stuff that is on my face. And what that does, at least for me, is it makes it look like it's your skin. It just makes you look so flawless, so airbrushed. This is my favorite tip for super glam days, is to just really go in with a beauty blender at the very end after you spray and just beat in those products. This is the finished look. So I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing, and I hope it's translating on camera. But on this side of my face, there's definitely some definition, and this is my daily, like, you know, just if I want something quick and I'm just going to work, like, it gives you that definition right here, but it's very diffuse and it's very close to my skin tone. That bronzer, excuse me, that bronzer that I used is very close to my skin tone, so it doesn't make it look so harsh. And also it's just powder. It's not like I'm powdering over the contour to make it really defined, and then up here, just a very light amount. I didn't go heavy with it. I did hit it with some highlighter, and that always lifts your face. Did the brow bone, and I did a little bit of crease defining, so my face looks very nice, and it accentuates my face shape, but it's not like, hello, like you just sliced me with your cheekbone. But on this side, if you guys can see, and if the light is actually showing you, this line is a lot more harsh, but it's definitely blended, but you can definitely see that difference in tone. Like that difference in skin tone, where this is more warm and this one is much more cool and then gradiates into warm, because I put that blush on top of it and I really blended it out. And then on top, this highlighter is so much more booming than this side. This highlighter is like gonna look excellent in photos. It's going to, you know, make all of your enemies super duper jealous. This highlighter is super amazing. And then all you have to do is take a darker, deeper brown than what you usually do, and then just go right on that outer edge, and then just take your crease brush and go back and forth right in between your, like right on your crease, and it will naturally define what you already have. Just defines the right parts of your eye is what I'm trying to say. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if in the comments down below how you guys contour and highlight, if there's any differences. Again, I want to announce that I'm going to be having another giveaway when we reach 500 subscribers. Again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for all of your support and all of your comments, and I really am enjoying doing this stuff, and I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I'm working on getting better camera equipment and better lighting, and I hope you guys are seeing my progress. So thank you guys for watching, and stay well. I'll see you next time.